As fun as it may seem to work on a movie set, it is known for being equally dangerous. For many decades, there have been many exposures regarding the dangerous conditions of working on a movie set. There have been many cases where actors and staff have been assassinated or have died due to accidents while filming a movie. Unfortunately, the film crew still has a lot of work to do in terms of protecting their crew. The video today will look at the people who were assassinated on a movie set. Stay with us till the end of the video to know more. Helena was filming for the movie titled Western Rust when she died. Historically, female filmmakers have stayed away from genre films, and it seemed especially cruel that one of the breakthrough emerging stars cut her life short on that kind of project. Helena Hutchins was just 48 years old when she was assassinated by actor and producer Alec Baldwin. She was working on the set as a director of photography. During the production of the movie she was working for, Alec Baldwin shot two people on the movie set using a prop gun that he did not know was loaded. One of them was director of photography Helena Hutchins, and the other was Joel Souza, who was the director of the film. Unfortunately, Helena Hutchins did not survive the attack, while Joel Souza survived with severe injuries. According to the sources, this prop gun was given to Alec Baldwin by the assistant director of the film. There were several questions that arose regarding the film after this incident took place. Many investigations took place regarding this, and Alec Baldwin took complete responsibility for his wrongdoings. At the age of 26, John Eric Hexsom died tragically in a movie set. In the film that he was shooting at that time, he played the role of an elite military operative. One day, the producers told him that the film he was shooting for would be slightly delayed, as there was a supposedly scheduling issue. When he heard this news on set, he grabbed a prop gun next to him and said that he could not believe that this was happening. As a joke, he pulled the trigger, which led him to lose his life forever. After this tragic incident took place, the prop master of the film in an interview confessed that there was one bullet that was left in the gun. While John Eric Hexsom thought that the gun was empty, it did have one last bullet that he did not check. This gun had a cotton wad bullet that drove a bone fragment into his brain. This then started to cause severe hemorrhaging. The actor was immediately rushed to a hospital nearby where he fell into a coma. Unfortunately, the actor did not survive and he died 6 days later in the hospital. John Eric Hexsom was known as the heartthrob of the era. However, he was gone too soon and people miss him terribly. Steve Irwin was popularly known as the Crocodile Hunter. He was an Australian conservationist, zookeeper, wildlife expert, television personality, and environmentalist. Irwin grew up around crocodiles, and he loved nature very much. He was an enthusiastic Australian nature show host who explored various adventurous and hostile environments. His main aim was to teach his viewers and followers about various types of exotic and dangerous creatures alive. He was one of the first people to catch a tiger rattlesnake with his bare hands. However, a tragic incident took place one day when Irwin and his crew were filming a documentary about the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Steve Irwin, along with his cameraman Justin Lyons, came across a giant stingray that was around 8 feet wide. This stingray attacked Steve Irwin. According to the cameraman, the stingray launched hundreds of strikes on Irwin within just a few seconds. These strikes led to the injection of a fatal dose of venom and gash that was around 2 inches wide into Steve Irwin's heart. Irwin was just 44 years of age when this fatal attack took place. After the death of his father Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee was the next in line to become a great and successful actor. The only son of California-born martial arts expert Bruce Lee, Brandon had emulated his father by training in martial arts while studying theater and was a combat choreographer. Brandon Lee was shooting for his film titled The Crow when he was shot dead by one of his co-stars. This young actor was on the verge of becoming a superstar, all thanks to the movie titled The Crow, where he was going to play the lead role. Although his acting career was tragically interrupted, the Oakland native had already starred in the hit film Legacy of Rage, in which he played Detective Johnny Murata alongside award-winning Rocky VI star Dolph Lundgren. In one of the scenes from the movies titled The Crow, the scene he was playing required him to be shot by gang members, who had forced him to witness the murder of his fiancée, Shelley Webster. It was during this scene Brandon's co-star named Michael Massey fired the revolver at a distance, driven approximately 12 to 15 feet apart. In a previous scene, the same prop gun had been used and was fitted with dummy cartridges, which are said to look more realistic on film. Commercial dummy cartridges are usually fitted with bullets, though powder and primer are removed. However, the prop team decided to make their own dummy cartridges, which eliminated the gunpowder but left the primer in the cartridge unnoticed. Unfortunately, while shooting the film, the revolver was fired with an incorrectly deactivated cartridge in the chamber of the pistol. This meant that the primer was fired with enough force to drive the bullet into the barrel, where it jammed. Unfortunately, the stage crew did not notice, or perhaps did not recognize, the importance of this issue. Brandon Lee was shot on his stomach, where he died with the impact on the movie set itself. Sanja Davis was known to be the stunt double of the film star named Angela Bassett. While shooting for the film titled Vampire in Brooklyn, Sanja Davis was tragically assassinated in front of her mother and her siblings. This stunt required Sanja Davis to fall backward from a building that was around 42 feet high. Sanja had to drop into the alley from the top of the building. The space between the buildings was 12 feet across, and the airbag was 12 feet. This airbag was as big as a house. It filled the alley. Sanja had done all the moves. She was aware of the scene. Leading up to the fall, she was hanging on the side of the building. She was reportedly told to relax before doing the stunt. Unfortunately, while doing the stunt, Sanja Davis did not relax and fall back naturally as she was supposed to do since it was directed that way. Instead, she pushed herself very hard in a way that her head hit the opposite brick wall. This impact led Sanja Davis to fall to the pavement with only her tiptoes touching the airbag. The cinematographer of this film kept saying that there was no way this could have happened to her unless and until she did the stunt wrong. Before doing the stunt, the last words that were said by Sanja Davis was that she was not sure about the stunt and that she was nervous doing it. After her tragic death, Sanja Davis's mother filed a wrongful death lawsuit. This lawsuit was filed against Wes Craven, who was the director of the production company, and Eddie Murphy, who played the lead actor in the film. Movies are generally considered safe spaces for audiences to experience some harmless emotions. But there is a lot of work that we tend to ignore as to what happens behind the scenes of the film. These tragic incidents said a lot about the safety within the movie sets. However, we can only hope for the best in the future. With this, we come to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you soon next time.